They are more than a group, they are a community. A community of blind and visually impaired tabletop game enthusiasts unite under the mantle known as Knights of the Brain. Discordia will always be dedicated to them.
And we're back here with Discordia number 4, and fans, like I told you last week, there will be a Discordia champion crown here tonight in the Steel Cage main event. As always, I am Jethro Hayes, and with me tonight I have two other announcers, both of whom you have heard before. Mr. Alejandro Fidel Castro, and that is
no.
right? Oh, no relation?
No relations, okay. Thank you.
Okay,
but I am excited to be here tonight, everybody. It's going to be a hell of a match. It's going to be, I can't wait for that championship belt, Jethro.
Oh, it is beautiful. Like, have you even seen a picture of it?
No?
No. Oh, okay. Well, I had to fight it off of those twins and Mr. Darling last week. They actually did get a glimpse of it. They actually thought it was like candy chocolate or something wrapped in gold foil. But anyway, here, I'll show you my cell phone here. Here's a picture of the belt that I have wrapped up underneath the desk here.
Beautiful.
I do like it. You like the two different dice there on the belt, you know, because the Knights of the Grail are about the role-playing games.
Love it.
Yeah, and of course with us here is Mr. Rick Darling. I'm not sure if you can smell it, Mr. Alejandro, but most times when a man is near a woman, you smell like perfume, but I smell pizza and ketchup, and is that a hint of mustard or barbecue sauce, Mr. Darling?
It's probably both, to be honest. I'm glad to be here, Alejandro. I don't believe we've met before.
No, I usually sit in the Spanish announce table, but it's a pleasure to be here with you.
We're all about inclusivity here at the KWF. So
exactly.
We're not sticking you at any table.
We may not be going through a table here tonight, hopefully, because last time Paul Johnson decided to come out here, he put Sergeant Hartford through a table that we were sitting at, and that's when Mr. Darling here decided to go after the two. Can
you blame me? Can you blame me?
Oh.
Well, there's a sense of professionalism, but fans, let's.
They were hungry, and I gave them the hot dog they wanted.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, definitely moving on from that one there.
We're gonna get
the title belt does. The title belt does look beautiful.
Glad you like it. Me and Jim have designed it along with the owner, and they have put forth the money, and this is actually 100% 24 karat gold right here. There's not.
It is not a toy belt, everyone.
And it's not chocolate coated in that candy foil wrapper that we all loved as kids. But let's get to the first match here, as we have Mr. Alejandro's favorite person in the world, or second favorite person, Jackson Grimm, set to face off against Jimmy Flex.
Yeah, we see here Jackson Grimm coming out. This guy is a huge man, 6'9". I can't believe how big this guy is. It's ridiculous.
He is a wrecking ball of a human being, and I don't think you could find any wrestler in the business that wouldn't be intimidated by that. Just look at how he walks. Look at how sure of himself. He knows he can kick ass, and he's ready to do it here tonight.
And he's only 25 years old.
He's but a baby.
Look at the sheer size of this man. I mean, I weigh 326 pounds, but I mean, you can tell most of it is muscle, or at least used to be.
There's a little bit of a pudge there.
There's a little bit. That's at home cooking there, but this man is 401 pounds of. I can't see an ounce of fat on him here. And
I know we're supposed to be talking about Jackson Grimm coming to the ring, but is your wife a better cook than she is a referee?
I have. Let me see. I'm texting the owner here. He says I do have the ability to fire you if you don't shut your mouth. You know.
He stands 6 feet 2 inches.
Look, you can't take criticism.
Hey, it's not me. It's the owner. He likes her
Yep.
too.
But here we go. The next guy going to face this Jackson Grimm. We got Jimmy Flex.
He's out of his
19
element.
Oh yeah, 19-year-old guy. He's a really young guy, but he's shown that he's got a lot of heart here in the KWF as he's fought last week and the week before that. So
Can you
seem to give
imagine
up.
like one of your first matches as a rookie being against that behemoth of a man?
Might force you into an early retirement.
Yeah.
He's just a pup, is what we'd say back on the farm. But these two, wait a second, they were supposed to be locking up here, and Jackson Grimm is he climbing outside of the ring? Why is he getting outside the ring?
I don't know. It seems to be calling to somebody though.
He's motioning for someone, almost looking like he has an injury.
It
No.
does oh, and there comes Hazard from the back, and Hazard has definitely changed his look, fans. He appears to be a little bit lighter, like, I don't know, kind of like powder or something. I'm not really sure what it is, but they have Jimmy Flex in the middle here, and, oh, a double spear. Oh, they squash Jimmy Flex right
Oh my
between them
gosh,
both.
you're stomping on him now.
They're just
What is
beating the
going
crap
on?
out of this.
The match hasn't even started.
They're manhandling like he's a child.
They're treating him like two muggers in New York on a woman with a pocket full of money right now. I mean, they
Yeah,
are
two
beating the
twins
crap out.
with
Or the
Darling.
sisters with the foot long.
Oh, this is true. That is a good
man.
point there, Mr. Alejandro. Oh, and they're picking him up, and Jackson Grimm has him lifted up over his head.
Oh, like
Look,
a
he's
power
holding him with
bomb.
one arm.
Oh my god.
Holy, and he powerbombed him right there on the metal entrance ramp, and that's not good. And he's now indicating for Hazard to roll him into the ring that he has hurt his back. He has hurt his back, fans, as he powerbombs Jimmy Flex onto the metal ramp.
Oh, man.
This
That was
is
insane.
pathetic.
He could have ended his career.
He may have, because I haven't seen Jimmy's legs move since that power bomb.
Oh, that's just not good. Oh,
And
no, look. Oh, he's telling the ring to ring the bell. He's telling the referee to ring the bell. He wants Hazard and Flex to fight now.
And the bell is ringing, fans, and
Can I ask you why the referee would ring the bell when he was assaulted like that and can't compete?
because until both competitors are in the ring, a match is not officially started here in the KWF.
Man.
And it is rules that were written down before we ever signed the first contract, and
When were
It
they,
appears that-
1907?
yes, and it appears that these two have found a loophole here, and unfortunately Jimmy Flex is the beneficiary of this loophole. And Hazard lifts him up and slams him back down with a
Oof.
full Nelson slam there. Not quite his finisher there, which is the full Nelson bomb. Due to his size, he does have the power and strength, but he is pulling Jimmy Flex back up to his feet. And Mr. Alejandro, I'm not sure if you can see it there, but the two fans that Mr. Darling was with last week have even stopped eating at this carnage.
Oh, their mouths are wide open.
Look
Don't
at
blame
bits
me,
of
dear
food are
Darling.
falling out onto the floor.
And we can't believe this, fans. And Hazard lifts Jimmy Flex up in a gorilla press slam, and oh, it looked like he dropped him right on his head. And
God. Look
I
at
think-
Graham. Oh,
oh,
give
man.
that nod of
That's
approval
it. That
there.
has to be it.
And Grimm is smiling on the outside. He is very sadistic.
Grim looks like the cat that's eating the canary.
Look at as the referee Sampson looks over there at him. Grimm is holding his back like he really messed something up there.
Yeah, right.
And he does appear to be walking over here to get a better vantage point.
Oh, no.
As Hazard pulls Jimmy Flex back up to his feet. And has either one of you seen Jimmy Flex moving yet?
No.
No.
He is-
I haven't. Oh, but we do there as he rolls him up.
Big
And he
right
gets a
hand.
point. Oh, and a one,
One,
two.
two.
Oh,
kick
oh,
out.
and Hazard kicks out. And
Can you imagine how
Jackson
pissed
Green-
Grim would have been?
Oh, he doesn't
He
appear to be
looks
too
like it.
happy right
Oh,
now. And Jimmy Flex with another right hand sends Hazard into the ropes, and with a bounce off and an Irish whip Oh, but Hazard reverses and knees him right in the gut, and that can't be good. That can't be good at all. And Hazard bounces off right into referee Sampson. Oh, that was deliberate. Oh, and there rolls Jackson Grimm into the ring and stands up, and they both begin to pummel poor Jimmy Flex again.
Man.
How about Mr. Darling? You go in there and stop this. I have an injury myself.
Being paid enough for that.
I didn't realize you were being paid at all, sir, but that's okay.
I'm selective of.
Oh man. Okay,
how
look.
I-
Mr.
I was
Alejandro,
supposed
do you want to get in there and
No,
stop
look.
this?
No way. Grim looks like he's setting up for a submission move here.
Oh, and he's putting him in his favored rear naked choke.
The RNC right there. It's locked in. He's got him. Oh no.
And
he can't even tap. He's knocked out.
And it does appear that he's holding it in a little tighter than what is normally applied.
Come
here.
on, ref. Call for the bell, you idiot.
And Hazard is waking up referee Sampson, who looks over and is barely ringing for the bell, but is indicating for the bell.
That's it.
And that's got to be it. And Jimmy Flex is doing much like the other one where he's bleeding from the nose and mouth, which was Hazard, if memory does serve me right.
It was.
Oh, this is not good. And did y'all hear that? I thought I heard a laugh.
Not this again. Not this again.
No. And the lights are out, fans.
Down laughter, guys.
What the hell is that in front of me on the desk here? A voodoo doll?
I'm not sure.
It is just like you.
Oh, it is black lighted, fans, and it does.
Looks like your wife.
Oh no, that's Nicole's anniversary present that I give to her. It's her bracelet.
How did he get that?
She
or they?
I don't know.
Oh, look! I got this stupid box in front of me again, guys.
What's in the box?
It does appear to be the same box.
Oh no! Last time there was a spider in it.
Oh, and there's fog beginning to fill the arena again, fans, and we need to go to commercial break. We'll be back after this, see if we can sort this out as there's more laughter again in
Voodoo
the fog.
doll's creepy.
Clown laugh.
I don't get it. Fans, we will be back right after this. Knights of the Braille have been working with individuals, organizations, and communities to create a virtual accessibility awareness event called Everyone-Games. This October 1st and 2nd, the two-day event will feature special guests for panels and activities, alongside announcements of projects and collaborations that will create improvements for accessibility in gaming. Over the coming months, the Knights of the Braille are excited to share information of the event and projects our team have been working on. Please stay tuned for more details as they will be forthcoming on the Knights of the Braille Facebook as well as the Knights of the Braille Twitter. Be sure to save the dates in your calendar, and that is October 1st and 2nd of 2021. And we hope to see you there.
He crawls to us at 5 feet 8 inches, weighing 215 pounds, from Tenochtitlan, Mexico, Enrique the Spider Fernandez.
Standing 5 feet 11 inches, he weighs 209 pounds, from Detroit, Michigan, Zach Kyle.
And I've begun this race, must I rerun this pace? I'm the reason it's become this way, and their love for it is the reason I have become this prey. They love my darkness.
Okay, fans, we have the desk cleaned up, although we do not have any answers. Well, I thought we had the desk cleaned up. That box is
What?
still there in front of you, Mr.
Ah,
Alejandro.
jeez.
Knock on the box.
No, don't touch it.
Yeah, if it's exactly what I think it is, then I definitely don't want to open it up.
No.
That is what was caused Mr. Henry Blood's predicament last week. And here, fans, we have a debuting wrestler in Zach Cahill taking on Mr. Alejandro's fellow countryman, Enrique the Spider Fernandez.
Yeah, the spider.
And Zach Cahill has stepped into the ring here and still have yet to see Mr. Fernandez, even though his entrance music played a while ago. I wonder where he's going to be coming
Jack
from.
the John.
Hang on, you gotta go.
Yeah, that's very true, and spandex does show. And well, he's crawling up from under the ring there behind.
Oh, has it been in there?
I wonder, that's how the box got put there during all that
Oh, yeah.
lights out. And Cahill does not seem. And there comes Enrique with a springboard drop kick right to the back of Cahill's head, sending him face down. And literally, he never saw it coming.
Oh my gosh!
The spider strikes. The spider strikes.
What a way to start your career in the KWF.
Exactly, by getting a mouthful of canvas. There's a lot prettier things that I'd rather be kissing than, the canvas right there. Yeah. And Cahill does appear to be trying to get up to his hands and knees as Enrique is climbing to the top ropes. And it goes for a 450 splash, but Cahill moves out of the way.
Quick enough to move out of the way.
And he gets nothing but canvas. Instead of nothing but net, he gets nothing but mat.
You deserved that one.
I wonder if your wife's a better kisser than she is a counter.
She could be. She could be. I mean, I definitely know the answer, but, that's one of those things that you don't and never will because she has a figure other than round. Mr. Alejandro, can you tell us what is the mindset of a masked wrestler, of Enrique's talent? I mean, not that the mask changes that, but why does he appear to be so sneaky? Is that something that masked wrestlers do, or
no, not at all. I think that's just part of his personality. I mean, the mask is just a signifier of his culture and his beliefs. Like a sign of privacy. You don't want to be known. When you're out in public and people coming up to you. I think that's part of his sneakiness. You never know if he's coming.
Right, never know if he's coming or going, or you can be standing right next to him in the elevator and not know who it is. Unlike, Mr. Darling here, who we definitely recognized last week. Then Enrique whips Cahill towards the corner, but Cahill reverses, and Enrique slams back first into the corner. And Cahill follows in with a running clothesline that nearly sends Fernandez up over the top rope. Oh,
lifted those legs up there.
Oh, yes, it did. He got some lift there. Did everyone remember the great Ric Flair who would get whipped into the corner and flip up over it? And then
every week, yeah.
Oh, I loved watching that. Showed some talent that he could, take that momentum and flip over like that.
Oh, yeah.
And Enrique is now lifted up to his feet and whipped into the ropes. And there comes Cahill off of the ropes there with a running knee strike to Enrique that sends him down. And
nice.
Enrique does not seem to be on top of his game here today.
Yeah,
no, he doesn't. There's nothing better than the running knee.
I know. It reminds you of Triple H there with that running knee.
Yes, it does. Beautiful move. And Cahill bounces off ropes again with a leg drop, but Enrique does manage to move out of the way there as he rolls out of the way and to the ring apron. And Cahill is grabbing at his backside, or should I say his butt, because
yeah, landed right on it.
Oh yes, and that can do a lot of damage there. I heard the immortal Hulk Hogan used to be tall, but lost like 3 inches because that was his finisher, was the leg drop.
Yeah, his spine being compressed from just years upon years of landing on it.
Yeah, I guess he needs to hulk up a little bit more with some quote unquote vitamins. And
I'm sure he does.
Cahill turns around and sees Enrique there. Enrique Oh, look at the agility there. He does a split-legged leap to the top and flips over and catches him with a hurricane run. Can he get him over? He does. And he
Number
holds his
1,
chin.
2, no.
Oh, no. Kick out there.
Beautiful
And,
move.
yeah, and that does show Mr. Darling over there that my wife can count because that was a good, clean count there. Steady
Even
count.
a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while.
Well,
Oh.
even a broken clock is right twice a day, sir.
Oh.
And Enrique bounces off the ropes. And when I love this move here, even though it is him, the baseball slide to the side of the head. Very effective, very legal, and it does benefit someone with a lot of speed and agility there.
And that Hernandez does have plenty.
Yes, he does. I tried a baseball slide one time whenever I was an active wrestler.
Oh yeah,
How'd it go for you?
Oh, I was out by a mile. And Enrique seemed to
You
pour
don't
on
seem like the
some-
very flexible, quick type.
I was more what they call a powerhouse wrestler. I did know some technical, and actually had a hour-long match with a wrestler named Hunter Sullivan at a pay-per-view where I successfully defended my PWA World Title. And Enrique delivering several knife-edge chops here to Cahill in the corner, fans. I'm not sure if you can hear, but they are very vicious chops there. And did he just spit in his hand and slap Cahill upside the face? That's what
Yes,
it looked
he
like.
did.
Oh,
Look at the welt. Look at the welt that's from that slap on his cheek.
oh,
Gee.
that is vicious. And fans, I know that you can't necessarily see it from this angle that we're at, but it does appear that Mr. Fernandez there has chopped Cahill so hard in the chest that there's like an X there, like he's marking it for something later on in the match.
X marks the spot, brother.
It does every single time. And there Cahill shoves Enrique back as he runs forward for a body splash. But Enrique lands on his feet, spins around, and a leg sweep sends Cahill down to the canvas. But Cahill kips back up a la Shawn Michaels there, delivering a clothesline that takes Enrique off of his feet and back first onto the canvas. A quick series of moves there.
Yeah, that was just like
was.
the perfect momentum with like that kick up into a clothesline right into it. That was beautiful.
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Oh, and Jessica, did you sign Mr. Zach?
I did. This is not his first match. He is, again, like 35 years old.
Yeah, he's 37.
I thought I remember 35, but that's right. Looking here at the notes, that's why I have them here in front of me, is to look at, not just to try to remember. But fans, he has a lot of experience, and I thought it would be a good signing to, help out these younger kids, such as Jimmy Flex, who is 19.
Yeah, like a veteran here.
And me being 37 myself, that kip up there, while it doesn't hurt today, that's definitely going to hurt tomorrow. And Cahill pouring on a little bit of offense here as he grabs Fernandez in their front face lock and lifts him up for a suplex there and down.
That's going to hurt right now.
Oh, yes, that's going to hurt Fernandez right now. And look at the veteran move there, going for the cover, even though it's not exactly a finisher. And Nicole there with a steady 2 count, might I point out, Mr. Alejandro. Did you notice it was a good steady 2 count?
Oh, yeah, it was good. It was good. She's calling a fair match here.
Yeah, as long as we can convince Mr. Darling over there. What? Is he texting somebody over there?
Uh-oh.
We know what he's
Darling.
doing.
Yes.
Setting up a day for later or what?
I got dates all week long.
Oh.
Those aren't dates. Those are weight limits. Fernandez is slowly getting up to his feet after that kick out. And this is not a very veteran move here from Mr. Cahill, as he is letting his opponent get back up to his feet.
What wrestling school have you ever heard be like, make sure you let him get up when you have him down?
Wait, I agree with you there, but it seems like something has grabbed Cahill's attention. He's looking at the curtain. You might well, you're sitting right between us, Mr. Alejandro. Is that a clown's face?
Oh, man, it looked like one of those like painted faces.
Yes, like the old minstrels and the mimes, I didn't get but a glimpse from this vantage point, but maybe the two of you got a better look at it.
It looked like white and a big red smile. That's all I could see.
Was it a smile or a frown? Oh, he could be smiling because he loves the pain. Not really sure. Mr. Darling, will you please pay attention to the match and not doing your... I hope you're not sexting over there.
I'm paying attention. I'm just checking Tinder.
Okay, making sure. I bet it is Tinder.
Oh, here we go. Look at these guys. They're starting to get ready for the close here. They're starting to put on some energy.
And there comes Fernando with a running forearm smash that backs Cahill up. But Cahill grabs a side headlock. And he lifts him up. But Fernandez flips over. And he bounces off the rope with a springboard bulldog. But did you see that there with Mr. Cahill as he blocked it by shoving him on forward into the ropes? And as Fernando bounces off the ropes, Cahill catches him with a big boot right to the face, and holy crap! And
Fernando's did a backflip on that one when he got that kick.
I don't think that was very good at all. And fans, and Cahill lifts him up here, and as he's pulling him up to his feet, and he lifts him up and down. Oh my God, what a move there!
You can count to 100. That should be it.
Oh yeah.
It may be, but I think he is going to go for his finisher here as he pulls Fernando back up.
That
to his
wasn't
feet.
his finisher?
I don't think so. It's not the one that he had told me about.
Well, he's lifting him back up. What's he gonna do?
Fans, and I'm not really sure here as he pulls him back to his feet, lifts him up again, and hold on. He's just holding him there like a stalling kind of move. And there it comes. That is the... I'm not sure what he calls that, because that's not the move that he was telling me about.
Pain.
Yeah, I don't know. All I know is that he was holding him up there, showing his dominance, his strength. He was just holding him up in the air. Fernandez's legs just straight up in the air. He was just holding him, and then he just drops him.
And that's over. And Cole slides into position with a 1, a 2, and a 3.
3.
Wow.
And fans, I think someone needs to check on Mr. Fernandez there, especially since that box right here in front of Mr. Alejandro is rattling. I guess that's your present now.
It's not mine. It's not mine.
Well, I know it's not a chocolate pie, so
maybe I should go take it to Fernandez. What do you think?
that might be a good idea. Maybe you can tell him not to bring it out here ever again.
Okay, I'm gonna pick it up. I'm gonna go over to the ring. Hey. Okay. I gave him his spider. I told him not to bring it again, but I don't know if you'll listen.
He is staring at you right now. That's a little creepy, fans. But we will be back after this.
Do you suffer from abnormally loud foot odor? The kind where you're embarrassed to take off your shoes in public? The kind that makes the inside of a rental bowling shoe smell like roses and petunias? Maybe you're the one who asks who did it in the elevator, but it's actually your foot odor seeping through your shoes. Well, fear no more, because Flint Lips foot odor consumables are here.
Yes.
All you do is eat one of these chewables each morning, and your horrible foot odor, our problems, are a thing of the past. They come in 4 different flavors: grape, strawberry, lime, and cherry. So, what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-442-6969 and order your risk-free trial kit today. No purchase necessary, must be 13 and older.
So I said to her, you don't put the hot dog in the anal region. That's not where it
Oh,
goes.
darling, we're back on live, man.
Welcome back to Discordia, everyone.
Standing 6 feet 4 inches, weighing 264
We got a heck of a match here
pounds from your
tonight,
local
or
trailer
next,
park
as
in
we
the
got
games you wish you
LJ
could fulfill.
Ledoux taking
The
on
seven
Henry
stud
Blood.
LJ
Is Henry
Lodge.
Blood even going to be any condition after what happened last week?
I don't know if I'm in any condition after that commercial break in that story, but we'll see how Henry Blood does tonight. Seems to be coming out slowly.
Jethro, what do you think about the story?
Oh God.
Well, that's why I ran backstage, was to throw up a little bit.
Okay. Sorry, I got
but,
you. Got to you.
Yeah, it was quite disgusting. I mean, the hot dogs with the
Okay,
Hershey
all
syrup,
right.
yeah.
All right.
You say you didn't know if that was
but-
blood or ketchup?
We don't want to get fired.
I was back there trying to convince Henry Blood that he does not need to compete here tonight, and
Yeah.
How did he
as
take
you
it?
well, as you can see, he's coming down here, but the
Who wants
referee.
to fight?
He looks like a Walking Dead. Like
can't blame
I
him.
admire
Standing
his
5 feet
I
10
admire
inches,
his
weighing 235
heart,
pounds
but
from
he
Honolulu,
clearly
Hawaii.
looks out of it.
Henry Blood.
And I'll be right back. I'm going to go tell him that I just won't let him compete. We just can't afford this.
Yeah. Okay. Fans, we got Jethro here leaving the announce table. He's going up to Henry Blood, trying to talk him out of it. Henry Blood's just shaking his head. You know.
Henry's a young kid. He wants to fight. I mean, it makes sense, but you gotta use your brain sometimes.
Looks like Jethro's talking him out of it, pointing backstage, and Henry's walking back. But the fans giving Henry Blood a standing ovation here. They're clapping.
As they should. He's one hell of a young wrestler.
Yeah. Jethro.
Yeah.
Good job, man. That was the right thing to do.
Well, it's not worth him risking his health or the health of his opponent. While this is, fighting and wrestling, you could end a career, and that's not what this is about.
Well, we got LJ Ledoux out here. What's he gonna do? Just pick his nose in front of everybody?
Well, he has been known to do that.
Yeah, I was gonna say he looks like a nose picker.
Does he eat it?
He is. Sometimes he does. Depends on how much he has drank. Whenever I was interviewing him, he was digging for gold. But I did instruct Henry to send out someone else that I had on standby just in case Henry was not okay to wrestle, and it's a new signee here in the KWF. And his name is Jimmy Palusi. This will be his first match.
Wow.
Ever. Not only in the KWF, but ever.
Like, how old is this kid? He looks like a teenager.
He looks like a
How old is-
child.
He
Looks
is
like a baby.
extremely young. He is 18 years old. He graduated 2 weeks ago, but he has been training here,
Oh my God. Okay.
for a little while.
I mean, he's wearing like a wrestler singlet. Does he have a background?
He finished second in the Georgia high school wrestling competitions.
Oh boy.
And was able to compete nationally.
Okay.
Due to
So
the
he
fact that
has skills then.
he does have skills. He got to compete nationally due to the fact that the number one who had won Georgia fell and broke his leg, so he could not compete.
I wonder if young Palusi is related to the famous barber Philip Palusi.
Very well could be. Well, the story is with the number one wrestler that had won the state of Georgia he was celebrating very vigorously with his girlfriend.
And broke his leg?
Yeah, happens.
Oh, God.
Did he break his leg or did he break his third leg?
Oh God. Okay. Looking at the right here, fans. We got LJ looking down at Jimmy here. LJ kind of with a big size advantage. Looks like he's 260.
LJ looks like he would eat this kid.
LJ is 264. Not exactly a ring veteran, but has definitely had a lot more matches than Mr. Palusi here. But see,
LJ firing out of the corner with a big forearm to the chest, and Jimmy looks shaken.
He is shaking, and it appears that he's also wiping something from his eyes there. I do believe that LJ spit in his eyes.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
And
There's no
that's-
need for that.
No, and that's why they were so hesitant about bringing wrestling back to popularity in the mainstream because of the whole COVID situation.
Oh, jeez.
You just don't spit in somebody's eye like that. And Jimmy is wiping it, and there goes LJ with a vicious forearm again, and a backhanded slap to Palusi that's
Oh,
spinning.
just showing disrespect to this young guy.
And he's mocking him as he's like, LJ is sticking his tongue out, blowing a raspberry.
Oh,
Like,
come on.
LJ Ledoux is so full of himself.
I'm reading here in my notes. LJ's 20 years old. He's acting like he's a veteran compared to
You would think
this.
he's like 35.
Yeah.
the way he's acting like Mr. Zach Cahill with the age, but
Yeah.
you can also tell that he's very young because he's taking his eyes off the prize and seems to be flirting with
Oh, jeez.
people very close to
Wait,
Mr.
roll up by
By,
Palusi. 1, 2, and no, he kicks out.
He
Hey,
does
that's
kick
smart
out
move.
there.
Keep your eye on the ball. Quit flirting. I never flirted during my matches.
I think you're just jealous he was flirting with your girls.
I think he was
They know.
too.
They know where their bread's being baked.
Oh,
And LJ is not happy as he is delivering another series of what I call fisticuffs to Palusi and really rocking his world with each and every one of them.
He's like a rock'em sock'em robot.
Oh, that is a good analogy there. I was thinking like he is channeling the inner Rocky Balboa there with the left and the right and the bouncing from side to side like he wants to be a boxer. Oh, and LJ there with another vicious big haymaker there has really rocked Jimmy. And once again, he is flirting with some fans here at ringside. Wait, what is it? What, he's digging in his trunks for something.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, he's like really digging in the front of his trunks, fans. And
What
as
is he
Jimmy
doing?
comes out of the corner,
He's looking for.
no, he put, that's a mandible claw. He stuck his hand underneath. Oh, that is disgusting.
No. Fans, he's got no glove on, no sock, just dirty hand, mandible claw. He's got it locked in.
That is not disinfected there.
COVID people.
But Jimmy is fighting back more so like he's hurling there and nailing LJ there with some very weak punches. LJ is laughing. And there comes Jimmy with a running forearm, but LJ is not having any of it.
Come on, Jimmy Eat World.
Barely took a step back.
Come on, Jimmy. You got it. We got the faith in you there, buddy.
What's Jimmy doing? He's going out to the ropes. Oh my gosh, springboard forearm to LJ.
Oh, and that does take LJ
Clipped him right
down.
at the ear, and down he goes.
Wow, look at this young guy getting some momentum going.
And he does appear to be clearing his throat and gagging and spitting out stuff. There's no telling where that has
Look
been.
at the side of Ledoux's ear. It's almost like he broke a blood vessel in his ear.
He may be joining the Cauliflower Alley Club. And Jimmy climbs to the top of the turnbuckle. Oh, 450 splash there.
Beautiful. And Jimmy can fly. Fly, Jimmy, fly.
And he stays there for a cover and a 2 count there by referee Sam.
Close. That was a good 2.5 count.
Oh, that was a good 2.5. You're right there. And Jimmy pulls LJ back up to his feet, and LJ tries for a forearm. Oh, no, but Jimmy then lifts him up and drops him back on his head, and LJ is taking a bit of damage here.
Oh, yeah. He's rolling
Jimmy.
out of the ring. He is. LJ just rolling out of the ring, taking some.
Is Jimmy going to pull him out?
I wouldn't if I was him. Stay in the ring, Jimmy.
He's going back to the ropes. Jimmy's running, and he dives between the ropes. Oh, my God.
Oh,
hello.
Oh, and that slams him back first into the barricade there. Did Jimmy catch his head? I don't think he did as he's getting back up to his feet.
Oh, my God.
Jimmy, you better keep pouring on the offense as he climbs up to the ring apron there. And he runs off and leaps with a axe kick from the ring apron. I'm not sure if LJ still has his head connected or not, fans. Oh, that was a vicious shot there. Oh, Mr. Darling, it's happened right in front of your companions over there.
Yeah, and look how excited they look.
Yeah,
You would have thought it was a they were getting a blue light special.
At Kmart, huh?
Oh, geez.
I got the, and LJ, he's hurting here as Jimmy rolls him back into the ring. I'm not sure that I would have done that. LJ does have a bit more experience there. Oh, but Jimmy is locking in a chicken wing here. And is LJ going to tap? No. And so there's some of that inexperience there. Is Jimmy had LJ just a little too close to the ropes, and his foot got in, causing the hold to break. And Jimmy is asking why, even though he has, taken some classes here. And LJ he's digging for gold in the back of his trunks.
Gosh.
Surely
disgusting.
Maybe he's just pulling his trunks out or something.
Maybe he has a wedgie.
It could be. There's no telling. And
Although
Jimmy,
I wouldn't fix it during the match, but
I wouldn't have either. I never had to do anything like that. But then again, I wore overalls during my matches. And, well, I'll tell you all about that later if you really want to hear it. And as Jimmy comes closer to LJ, he slaps him right in the mouth and nose with what he was digging in it. Oh, and there's something on his face there. That's not good. That's not good.
Disgusting.
Oh,
it's like a brown powder.
Yeah. LJ's getting ready. What is he doing?
Oh, and
what is he doing? Jackknife? What?
He's looking up for a jackhammer bouncing Jimmy off of the top rope. Oh, but Jimmy counters. Holy crap, fans.
He reverses it.
Oh, into an implant DDT. Holy crap, what a move.
Ring. And he's going for the pin.
And referee Sampson slides into position with a 1, 2, and a 3. Oh, Mr. Darling, did you see that move?
He calls that move the Palusi plan, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, that fans is impressive.
Damn.
And
what a win for the young kid.
In his first match too. And you can all see
he's got the stain on his cheek. He's got
And LJ is not happy there as he grabs his stuff and heads to the back. He'll be out for vengeance, I'm sure. But fans, after such an exciting move there, let's go to another commercial break and come back with yet one more match. Hey everybody, you got Billy Johns here from Billy's Used Cars, the #1 used car dealership in America. We sell cars, trucks, bicycles, tractors, you name it, we can put you in it. As long as it's used, we'll definitely be selling it here. You can get a 1973 Oldsmobile Cutlass for only $50. That's right, friends, you can put your butt in the seat of that car for $50. That's right, only $50, and you can put your butt in that car. We can also put you in a 1988 F-150. That's right, friends, a 1988 F-150, and you can put your butt in that seat for only $75. Only $75. Perhaps you're looking for something a little more family-oriented. We have that down here at Billy's Used Cars and Trucks. We can get you into a 1990 station wagon. That's right, friends, a 1990 Chevrolet station wagon. You know, you got the hatchback, you got the 2 seats in the back, you got the driver's seat, the passenger seat, and you want to know how much it'll cost to put you in that car? Only $60. That's right. You can bring your kids, you can bring your wife, your husband, your dog even. We can put them all in the seat for only $60. That's right. Like I said, only $60 gets you in that car, and it'll be yours. Now, we'll grant you can't drive it off the lot. You can't drive any of them off the lot.
And we're back to Discordia here, fans. We got another great match coming up with Shadow Rim here coming out to the ring.
He stands 6 feet, weighing
pretty talented guy. We've been seeing a good turnout for him here in the KWF. He's going to be taking out another young guy, Kano.
Yeah, Shadow is pretty impressive. He really impressed me the first match I commentated.
He's actually selling a lot of merchandise.
Really?
He come out with a shirt there, and it's like a grayish blue color with what
Ooh.
looks to be like a storm, but it's more like I don't know, kind of like the galaxy with his face as a planet. It looks
I like
really,
that.
really cool.
I would
I need to
actually
get
buy
one.
one of those.
Hey, do
That's
we get
pretty cool.
discounts for being commentators?
Yes, you
Discounts, we
do
should get it
actually.
free.
Well, we do get a free shirt as advertisement.
Hmm.
So as we walk around wearing it, we are advertising. So it's good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fantastic.
there is benefits, right?
Yeah, for sure. And this is the fourth match of the night, fans. Remember, we've got this match and then two more, with the main event being that cage match.
For the Discordia
That's going to be a
Championship.
war.
I do believe so. Fans, we have started doing time limits here, and this match is, as of course, set for one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Here we have both fairly new. Both of them signed the same time with the KWF. Like I said, Shadow is 19 and Kano is 26, like Mr. Alejandro Fidel Castro. I mean, excuse me, not Fidel. Mr. Darling keeps, texting me that your name is Fidel.
All Alejandros are related. So are you related to Alejandro Villanueva, the Steelers offensive lineman?
No.
Former Steelers offensive lineman? Oh, so all Alejandros are not related.
Although Lady Gaga did write a song about me.
Oh, that was you. Okay.
I wonder how you got her to do that.
Anyway, so let's get into the match here, guys.
And they, this is the first collar and elbow tie we've had of the night, fans.
Yeah,
And match
that's
number
unusual.
Will
4.
this actually be a sportsman contest?
It may be. Both of them are highly and big time fan favorites. What's the old saying? Uber? Is that what the millennials call it? The Uber faces or something?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm not really up on the lingo, but my kids at home, if y'all have kids, you know how they are. And
So should we
Shadowman-
say the action is lit?
I'm not sure. There is lights. I do know that. Shadow Ram grabs a side headlock, and Kano forces him into the ropes. As Shadow bounces off, he goes for a lifted knee. Oh, but Kano grabs him and spins around with looks like a modified spine buster there. And Shadow takes the momentum and rolls over up to his feet. As Kano gets back up to his feet, there comes Shadow with a axe kick. Or a scissors kick, excuse me.
Yeah.
And Kano ducks under and grabs him with a behind the back with a belly to back suplex and rolls over. And Shadow rolls
Finish
up to his
him!
feet through the move. And there comes Kano there with a running clothesline. Back body drop sends Kano over the top rope into the ring apron. Shadow bouncing off the ropes there, going for a spear through the ropes to hit Kano, but Kano leaps over, grabs him just as he comes in for the spear with a sunset flip into a pin attempt here.
One, two, no.
But Shadow is in the ropes. God almighty, fans, I'm not
What
sure if I can keep
action?
up with this action here.
Jeez.
I may have to let one of y'all take the action, because I'm not sure I'm going to be able to name some of these moves that they do.
Oh, they're just going back and forth here. They're just showing their athleticism, going back and forth, trying to get the upper hand on their opponent here.
And I don't think either one of them's really gotten the upper hand yet.
No, not yet. We got here Shad running to the ropes, bounces off, runs towards him. Oh,
Back
okay.
elbow by Shadow.
Oh my gosh. What was that? A spinning elbow? Like,
I don't know, it's almost like he's a ballerina spinning around on his toes.
Spinning tornado.
Kano slips right back to his feet. It's like nothing will hurt these guys. Nothing each other does takes the other one down for long.
Oh, you know what? I've heard of this. This is that strong style that they like to do in Japan. They're just going back and forth, trying to deliver as much damage as possible.
Yes, puro resto, I believe is how you say it. I know my Chinese. Oh, you said Japanese. I know Chinese too.
It's actually pure Russian.
That sounds like some kind of dish that you had to buy your fans over there. And here we come again with another collar and elbow. Shadow with a go behind with a hammerlock. Oh, and there goes Kano with a reversal into a hammerlock of his own. Shadow bends forward and lifts him up. Oh, and flips Kano up over his head, but Kano lands on his feet and bounces off the rope. Coming delivering with a big boot that Shadow catches and spins around, delivering a spinebuster himself.
Oh, nice.
And
nailed them right there.
Fans, this is awesome. And if you are watching this at home, or if you're Mr. Darling and watching it on your YouTube stream on your phone here at the arena, you need to be here in person. Tickets are cheap. Front row seats are only $20. General admission is $15. Ringside is $15, and general admission is $10. Kids 5 and under do get in for free.
And we're practicing social distancing here, mask wearing, all the things that we need to do to get back to normal.
For sure, we're at half capacity right now, but it seems like fans are getting into this match.
I see Mr. Fernando and myself have been vaccinated. That's why we're sitting at this table, and Mr. Ricky Darling is like 25 feet away. We want to make sure
Wait a minute, so that table is for the vaccinated? I'm vaccinated too, sir.
Not from that. And
from that. Yeah, the other.
And fans, I know we're doing a lot of banter here back and forth.
The twins, COVID twins 2019.
Exactly. Fans, it's because I can't keep up with that. And I'm not sure either one of my partners can either.
No, these guys are just going hold for hold here, now doing some chain wrestling here, going in the center of the ring, going for different holds. Oh my gosh, Darling.
Oh, that is an ankle lock applied to Kano, but and he back kicks Shadow in the face, who rolls over and then back up to their feet. These two may have a future in Japan.
Charges in, arm drag, takedown by Shadow right into an armbar. He could break it, but no. Quickly flips out of it. Head scissors takedown by other dude whose name I forget.
Kano. It's hard to keep up with that. It's bouncing back and forth so fast. As soon as you say Kano's name, it's actually Shadow who's getting the offense on, and vice versa. And Shadow whips Kano into the turnbuckle. Kano bounces back out with a forearm smash, but Shadow backdrops him into the center of the ring and immediately runs up the turnbuckle. Was that a 450 splash there? It seems like he got a little bit more spin on it than that.
That was 680 or something. That was from the ropes. Oh my God.
I'm exhausted just watching these guys. I could have never kept up with this kind of pace.
I'm going to have to drink one of the KOTB energy drinks if this keeps up. Here, they will allow you to do D&D sessions all night long.
From your D&D bus.
And here we have and he goes for the pin here, but a quick 2 count there by referee Skittles, who I have told to definitely make sure he follows the rules in the cage match. He is there to make sure that they are all safe. He is a veteran and knows that.
Oh, yeah. And we go. Look, Kano's trying to go for a clothesline, running clothesline. Oh, and Shad ducks under it, grabs him from a belly to back. Oh, my gosh, suplex. And now he's rolling into the bridge. Oh, my gosh. Going for a count as he's bridging.
1, 2. Oh, and he kicks out. Oh, but there they go again. They're rolling around with another German suplex. And I've just been told by the timekeeper here that we have 30 seconds left to go, fans.
Oh,
Can anybody do it? They roll back up to their feet. There goes Kano with a forearm, and Shadow.
Kano, look how desperate they are.
Fans, we thought it was intense before, but they're exchanging blows here, blow for blow, and Shadow ducks behind with a belly to back and rolls him up for the pin. He's got it. He's reaching for the pin. There's 1, 2. The bell. Did he get
seconds.
I don't think he got him.
The bell rang before the referee could count to 3.
Oh, come on, Alejandro. No, I saw the hand go back.
No. 5 more minutes.
No. Sorry. The ref's hand came down after the bell rang.
Oh, it had to be right there at it. Oh my gosh, that was close, fans. And I'm not sure if you can hear them at home, but they are chanting for 5 more minutes. I don't know about you two, but I don't think I could commentate another 5 more minutes.
I need a coffee if we're going to do that.
The referee's calling it. This match ends in a tie. Draw. Yep.
A great match. Perhaps one of the better matches that we've...
Best match I've called.
Yeah, it's one of the better matches that we've seen here in the KWF. But I think match number 5 is probably going to top them all. Another one of your country mates, Mr. Alejandro and Fernando Fuentes.
Shouldn't the main event trump all?
Versatility. What?
It should. It should trump
But this
all.
might be the show stealer.
But we've all watched a
We'll
lot
have
of
to see.
wrestling shows in our day that the main event was probably the worst match
Mhm.
of the night.
That's true. We'll have to see how that goes. And it is going to be for the championship belt, fans. Remember, our very first champion could be decided tonight.
Oh, and it will be. He will be. And fans, we will head to commercial break now, and so that we can give you a full 15 minutes, if it takes that, on the Fernando Fuentes versus Vera Satori match.
Ever worry that an assassin is going to sneak into your window?
Yes.
That they've been watching you as you sleep peacefully in your bed? Maybe that they're going to slide in, slit your throat while you're dreaming?
Or perhaps you've come across a cleric who needs to make an urgent sacrifice to his god of death more specifically, to appease Myrtle himself. Perhaps it's time for you to go.
And get your own life insurance. The Sasuke and Leo life insurance to protect you from any poisonings, beheadings,
Or throat slitting, or dagger to the heart,
or
disembowel.
disavow.
Yes.
Exactly. See, we think alike, we work alike. That's because we are pretty much alike. So make sure that you send your raven to
The nearest mausoleum. Just write down that Leo and Sasuke sent you.
because guess what, my friend? We may be seeing you.
My fists are like deadly snakes. My feet are like panthers. My knees are like headbutting rams. I worked my way through the streets. A killer hounding victim after victim, leaving bodies behind on my way to the top. This isn't fake. It's not entertainment. It's my life. I don't work. I tear down. I'm coming to kick your ass.
He stands 5 feet 9 inches, weighing 180 pounds, from Valkeakoski, Finland, Vera Satori. He stands 6 feet 4 inches, weighing 250 pounds, from Chicago, Illinois, Fernando Fuentes.
And welcome back, fans, to Discordia. Here we got another great match coming up here with Fernando Fuentes and Vera Satori out in the ring. And these two young men they have a bright future here in the KWF. They've had great showings so far, and we're going to see how they do tonight. This is the semi-main event of the night, and Jethro's on his phone.
He talks to me about being on my phone, and he's on his phone, actually having a phone call.
Well,
Sorry about that, fans, but I was just getting confirmation from the owner that the
Why would he
winner
just
of
text
this
you?
match, because it's very important that he wanted to call me, and when he's the one paying your check and signing your check, you
I'm not
answer.
gonna. What did he say?
The winner of this match will receive a Discordia Championship title shot next week.
Whoa, huge news. So you're telling me that whoever wins the first championship belt tonight, the first champion, the next week, right off the bat, they're gonna have to defend their belt?
Yes, the Discordia Championship is to be defended each and every week.
Oh my god.
And if you can successfully defend 4 times in a row,
Yeah.
you will then
Get
be
a week
able to
off?
cash it in. You can
Okay.
either take a week off, yeah, of course, or you can cash it in for a world title shot whenever we develop the world title, which is
Okay.
currently under design at the moment.
Gotcha. So what's this belt called? Just the Discordia Championship or what?
Yes, it is the Discordia
Ooh.
Championship. Think about old school
Yeah,
wrestling, the
TV
television championship.
Yeah, TNT title out right now for or different
for
company.
AEW, yep.
Yep.
We have no problems talking about other companies because
Yep.
hopefully some of our stars can make it there.
Ooh,
They
maybe
are
we'll
bigger
get to know their
time.
fans.
Yes, we will
They
work
won't take
back
your
and forth.
referee for sure.
This is true. Except they may try to take Nicole to be the ring girl.
Oh
you know.
no.
But yes, fans, the winner of this match will receive a Discordia Championship next week.
Yeah, we'll have to see how these guys do. Fernando Fuentes undefeated still here in the KWF, and
Very
Versatori.
impressive.
Yeah.
Versatori, I know, has won at least 2 matches on a bit of a bad luck bit the past couple of shows, but you know, as both of these men are in the center of the ring and are shaking hands, nodding at each other, showing respect, each of them for the other, which I personally like to see. Mr.
We
Darling,
don't see enough of it.
yes, Mr.
Yeah.
Darling down there prefers the you know, doing whatever it takes to get the match won strategy.
I didn't always do that. Just sometimes.
Sometimes I got you. I don't think any of us would do the whole LJ Ledoux butt crack
No.
attack.
No.
Yeah. And these two men with a collar and elbow tie up, back-to-back matches here, and Versatori with a side headlock. But Fernando there counters.
Pushes him off of him. Versatori running to the ropes, running back, and Fernando Fuentes goes for a clothesline, but Versatori ducks under it.
And Versatori bounces off the ropes there. And as Fernando goes for a back body drop, Versatori leaps up over him, showing a bit of speed there and agility. The smaller size there does help out from time to time.
Versatori now bounces off the ropes, going toward Fernando. Fernando does a spinning back elbow right to the jaw of Versatori. Oh my god!
That does send Versatori down to the cameras, and he is rolling back up to his feet, fans, as I failed to mention because I was taking care of business. This match does have a 15-minute time limit. I wanted to remind you of that.
Okay.
And if it does end in a draw, then next week's Discordia Championship will be a triple threat match.
A menage a trois.
Oh.
Yes. We don't want to hear about you getting tied up again. I personally, for one, do not appreciate the detail that you go into.
I told you that story twice.
I know, and that
Once might have been 5 minutes after it happened.
Yes, I know.
Oh.
Fernando, I will tell you the story here. As soon as we go to commercial break.
Fernando's wrestling, but
That's who I'm
I
talking
don't
to.
I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that story.
It's all good, my friend. And I don't want to make Fernando sick anyway, just in case he does manage to win the championship title shot. I don't think he would have been recovered by next week anyway. As they come together here in the ring again, and Fernando there with a wrist lock. And Versatori counters with a wrist lock of his own into a go behind into a hammer lock. And I had never understood this, but Fernando is slapping his shoulder and goes behind Versatori with a hammer lock of his own.
Okay.
And
That
they
was weird.
They're just trading moves. They do that sometimes.
Trading holds here, a little bit of chain wrestling as Versatori ducks forward, sending Fernando up and over onto his lower back area and grabs a headlock from behind and puts a bit of pressure with his knee in between Fernando's shoulder blades. They're trying to slow Fernando down a little bit here.
Yeah, trying to go for a submission move, I think, here, but Fernando not tapping out.
And he does appear to be scooting towards the ropes a little bit.
Heading towards it.
And he does have the ropes. He does have the rope, fans, and the hold is broke. Versator does back out and allows Fernando to get up to his feet. I do like this. It's not always the smartest move, especially depending on who your opponent is, but I do believe when both of you respect each other the way that
he wants to beat him. They each want to beat each other at their strongest.
Exactly. No underhanded tactics at all. And here comes Fernando again. They lock back up, and it appears that neither one can really get an advantage here.
No, these guys are going toe for toe.
Toe to toe and hold for hold. And I know that we don't seem to be on our game a whole lot, especially me, but a lot of it has to do with that Shadow Rim match from earlier. I'm still kind of tired from that one. You know, watching.
You need a KWF energy drink.
Yes, I do.
Are you guys being paid for these announcements or something? Because I didn't get
KWF energy drink. Available at all grocery stores, Wise Markets, Publix,
Walmart, Kmart, and Dollar Tree.
If there's any Kmarts left.
Here you go, Mr. Alejandro. It's I hope you don't mind grape flavored. That's the only flavor we have so far.
Okay.
Snap into it.
We do need to record a commercial for them. And we're back here, and here is Fernando with a side headlock down onto the canvas on Versatori. Versatori is pushing back up to his feet with his knees and pushes him into the turnbuckle there. And there comes Fernando bouncing back out of the turnbuckle, holding his, looks like he's holding his sternum a little bit.
Yeah.
And, what do you call that move? It's a back body, but Fernando landed like on his chest there.
I think it's when you pick them up with their side and you just lift them up straight back and then they fall straight on their chest. That couldn't feel good.
Like an inverted back body or something. Very innovative there, and it seems to have winded Fernando Fuentes there.
Yeah, Corey getting a slight advantage here, running to the rope, going to try to do a kick while he's down.
Kicks him in the chest.
And he's going for a pin here. And there's 1, 2, and kick out. Kick out. Good steady count there from Nicole, wasn't it, Mr. Darling?
It was. I don't think you could stop Fernando with a kick.
I don't think so.
Yeah, although, I think a lot more than that.
Although the Bloodiner is a kick but it's more than just a regular kick here.
I mean, it's not just a kick to the chest like that was.
No, this is a kick to the face or to the jaw, to the head area anyway.
Yeah, like the Van Daminator, right?
Yes, exactly like the Van Daminator. And there comes Versatori with a stiff forearm shot and a knife edge chop to the chest. A lot of people love the knife edge chop. It's very debilitating and very degrading to be slapped like that.
It just kind of pisses you off when you get hit by it.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And they come together again in the corner in the collar and elbow, and the referee, Nicole, is telling them to break it up to get back to the center of the ring. And then nobody wants to see that rolling around in the corner.
They're trying to go for the collar and elbow, but Versatori punches Fernando in the face, and now they're trading punches back and forth.
Look at these vicious shots there. Fans, it's like Versatori, Fernando, exchanging them with vicious shots. And it does appear that spit is flying or sweat is flying from both of these men.
I wouldn't be surprised if a tooth flies out.
And a very vicious shots there. Somebody's going to get a bloody nose and a bloody lip. And Nicole is letting both of them go with the closed fist. This is not an MMA match, but she understands that there's a lot at stake here. And they both appear to be doing it, so hey, it's all good. Or maybe it just appears to be closed fist and it's actually palm strikes. And Fernando is batting against the ropes by Versatori. Versatori grabs a front face lock and it appears to be going for a suplex. But Fernando there rolls him up with a quick pin and 2 count there.
Nice.
And they're back up to their feet again. Exchanging blows again, and these fans are definitely into it behind both men here.
My gosh. I don't know who to root for. Both of these guys have so much heart and spirit.
Yeah, they both have heart and droves. They like Lionheart, like the Jean-Claude Van Damme movie.
Exactly. Vicious strikes, and both of them, want the victory. There's Tori to stop the losing streak that he has started, and Fernando to stay undefeated here in the KWF. And there goes Versatori with a spinning heel kick that catches Fernando upside the face. And this doesn't look good as he Irish whips Fernando off of the rope. Fernando bounces back. And there's a blue band. Oh, wait, no. Fernando counters. Oh, and he counters into, what's he calling this now? The finisher? As it's a body scissors, body press. And no, wait, that is the move.
He calls it the border cross.
The border cross, you're right. All right. I forgot to change that in my notes there. And he covered him for the 1, 2, and 3.
Got him.
Oh, beautiful ending there to the match.
Body scissors into a body press. Kind of looks like a cross when he goes across his body. Oh my gosh. And now you have the Fernando Fuentes here going to be facing whoever wins the next match next week, fans.
And that is such an impressive move, and he can hit it from nowhere, it seems. And there comes Paul Johnson down to the ring. It's not, well, it is time for his match, but not yet. Let Fernando have his time here in the ring celebrating his victory. But he's pointing to Fernando, pointing to himself, and fans, he's making the title of the belt around his waist and shaking his head like he's not going to give Fernando a shot. And I rest assured fans that if Paul Johnson does win the title in the main event, that he will be forced to give Fernando a title shot there, or he will forfeit the title and will subsequently be fired from the KWF.
Wow.
There is no hold for that here. What I say and the owners say goes. So to Mr. Fernando, if he's listening to this, whenever he gets back to the locker room, you will have a title shot next week, no matter what. And Paul does appear to be awfully confident. So fans, we will go to commercial break here again. And I just hope it's not another one of those Billy John's used cars commercials. Those are crazy. But we'll see you back on the next side of this break. If you are interested in learning about accessible games, be sure to go to drivethrurpg.com and check out Accessible Gaming Quarterly. You can also go to www.accessiblegames.biz. Be sure to check out both of those places for information on accessible games and games that have been made accessible for the blind and low vision community. And fans, we are back, and it is time for your main event of the evening. Would y'all like me to do my Michael Buffer?
Yes, please do. I'm curious.
But don't remember there's a copyright.
No, because it's actually me doing it, and I give him credit there.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm trying to get the notification. We had. Oh, fans, we had 350 in attendance here tonight.
Is that a record?
That is the highest record we've had here. And according to the stream, we have 5,000 watching.
Nice.
Ain't that what that says, Mr. Alejandro?
Yep. 5,000,000.
Yeah, there we go. So, for the hundreds in attendance and the thousands watching on YouTube, let's get ready to rumble.
He stands 6 feet 2
Very good.
It is your main event again of the evening. There will be a winner. Both Paul Johnson and Sergeant Hartford are in the cage right now, and referee Skittles has just locked the door. And I have also requested that the other two referees come down to prevent any other possible shenanigans. They will be patrolling around the ring, making sure that everything is legit, because this is the first cage match here and it is the old school cage match.
And fans, yes, we do have this beautiful blue steel cage match here. Not like those little chain link fences. This is a real cage, hard steel. Hold steel.
It is truly unforgiving. Mr. Darling, have you tested out the cage?
I haven't. It held up to my weight.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was worried about him bending it. But anyway, fans, they
Really
are both.
280 pounds.
Is it April Fool's Day? I thought we was past April Fool's Day. Anyway, we are here. They are in the ring, and it does appear that Paul Johnson is saying some things to Sergeant Hartford. It sounds like his mother, but I'm not really sure exactly. I'm having to try to read lips from here, and the bar does seem to be getting in the way here. And as they come together here, Paul with a vicious slap to Hartford's face. Oh, and Hartford holds at his cheek, and it does appear to be smiling as he returns a slap of his own. Oh, way to go, Hartford.
And a right hand by Paul and a right hand by Hartford.
Oh, they are going at it here. The last two matches as well as this one, there's been lots of fisticuffs in there.
Some would say they're going tit for tat.
Yes, toe for toe, blow for blow. You know, kind of like your fans over there going bite for bite.
Looking at these
How
two
much did
guys.
they call it off? Do we have a counter?
I doubt it. And then there's Paul Johnson with a gouge to the eye. A thumb to the eye, and Hartford can't match that one. As he's been over holding his eye, and a lifted knee right into the face of Hartford, and he is busted open. He got him right in the nose with that one.
Didn't take long for that.
Oh, it did not. Much like the Atlanta Braves game the other day where the Kevin Pillar got hit in the nose with a 94-mile-an-hour fastball.
Here's a look. Pretty Paul Johnson grabbing Hartford there, and he's doing like an Irish whip. Goes flying into the steel cage.
Into that beautiful blue.
And now that has a little bit of red on it, and fans, Hartford has his back to us right now, but I assure you the front of him is covered in blood this quick. And as Hartford bounces back off of the steel cage there, Paul Johnson just rams his face right into it again, and it does appear from this vantage point that he's grinding his nose, his possibly broken nose, into the cage, and that's just adding salt to the wound, so to speak.
Oh yeah.
You know, humiliation to the injury. And Paul with a vicious slap as he backs Hartford into the corner, and with a backhanded slap, and he's just trying to humiliate Hartford here. There's just no. Go ahead and
backfire him.
It could either end the match or whatever.
Yeah,
but don't humiliate the man.
He's just showing how cocky he is. He thinks he's got this in the bag.
And as he climbs up the turnbuckle here, going for the 10 punch count that we hardly ever see anymore, he kisses his fist and goes to throw a blow. Oh, a spine buster from that vantage point. And Hartford takes him to the canvas there.
Paul took just too long.
Oh yeah.
That's what happens, fans and fellow wrestlers, whenever you take too much time and you want to do what Ric Flair does and showboat. If you showboat, you're going to be a no-boat, I guarantee you, each and every time. And Paul is on his back here, and Sergeant Hartford jumps up into the air, dropping a knee right onto Paul Johnson's leg there, and he begins to work over the left leg. And there is Hartford as he grabs the ankle, and he delivers a vicious kick to the left knee of Paul Johnson here, going to take away his balance, his base there, which will prevent him from doing his finisher because he wouldn't be able to hold him up there.
Yeah.
Very smart move. Because here in the KWF, you can be victorious in a steel cage match by either a pinfall or escaping the cage. Submissions can last to any number of counts, whatever you want. You do not have to break it.
In the KWF, is there no disqualifications in the steel cage?
None.
Wow.
headlock is as legal as a steel chair. But
Oh,
you'll
man.
notice that with the steel cage here, there's no way to get a steel chair unless you
Yeah.
carry it in.
Yeah.
So, that's why, you can carry anything in there, but it can be used against you as well. That's a chance that you have to take. There goes Mr. Darling again, fans, as he's texting his entourage, I guess. He just appears to be so uninterested in this match as
This match is for the title. How can I not be interested? Big bulldog there by Sergeant Hartwell. Hartford, I mean.
See, that's what I mean. He's exactly so uninterested. He gets the names wrong. I'm gonna have to start taking your phone away from you, Mr. Darling, so you will pay attention to matches here.
There may be pictures on that phone that would.
Oh no!
Oh no! Yeah, stop
ruin
right
your
there.
mind.
Is this rated R show?
No.
Oh.
And Hartford is pulling Paul Johnson up to his feet, and it is his turn to rub Paul's face into the cage
that's
there.
pretty face.
Oh.
DDT by Hartwell. Third.
Yeah, see, he has Hartwell
Knee
again.
drop to the back of the head.
And Paul is taking a beating here. In a quick.
Pretty Paul's going to be pretty bloody pretty soon.
Pretty much.
I think Hartford's trying to ruin those pretty good looks of Pretty Paul there, going after what's important to him.
Exactly. And
Hartford with a boot scrape right across the face of Pretty Paul.
And that is just as legal as a chin kick or a shin kick or an axe kick. It's just as legal now.
Wow.
And Hartford pulls Johnson back up to his feet and delivers a vicious chop to the throat, a throat thrust, and has Paul Johnson backed into the corner. And Johnson doesn't appear to know where he's at right now.
No.
And
he doesn't.
And Johnson gets mounted in the corner, and none of you fans say anything about the words there as Hartford climbs up, and now he begins to deliver the 10 punches, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and Paul Johnson backs him out of the corner, and he has him lifted up. He spins around. Was that a head scissors takedown there by Sergeant Hartford?
Did you see though before the punches started that Hartford mocked Pretty Paul by kissing his fist?
I did see that, but Hartford is also holding his leg here, right up there towards the inner thigh area.
That reversal did cost him a bit too.
That and it doesn't. Can we get a close up of that, fans or camera guys? He's Paul Johnson has bit his inner thigh.
Come on.
Oh my! Yeah. That is underhanded and dirty. And Paul locks him in a sharpshooter and turns him over. And he's going to hold it in. He's got it cinched. There's no reason that he has to break it. He could break his back or dislocate any. This isn't good. And
break his limbs.
Yes, he could. And Paul leans back, applying more pressure.
Hartford looking like he's in a lot of pain right now.
And he's grunting and screaming from the pain and doing his best.
He's trying to twist.
And he does. He does manage to turn it over. And Paul lands on the shoulders there, but he releases the hold at the same time. And as Hartford slowly gets back up to his hands and knees, Paul Johnson gets up to his as well, and he's up to his feet and bounces off the rope. And the field goal kick is good, man. Right between Hartford's legs, and that's not going to make Mrs. Hartford happy.
That's how the Pretty Boy does it, I guess.
And Hartford is in a lot of pain. In fact, fans, his head is hanging outside of the blue steel cage right now, which is one reason that I love these blue steel cages, because there's so much more that can be done.
Oh yeah.
And Johnson rolls him over. No, he's not. And he delivers a groin stomp right there.
Oh my gosh!
He's vicious. And Johnson begins to crawl up the cage, or climb up the cage, fans, and as Hartford ever so slowly gets to his hands and knees and begins working his way up, Johnson is at the top of the cage, posing. He's posing for the fans.
Kissing his fists.
He could have the championship, but he's posing.
He's making the sign
Hartford
belt.
having a lot of time to recover here.
And
he's
and
crawling
this
up the cage.
and as Johnson he's standing up there like just posing to the fans and making the sign of the belt. Johnson has no idea that Hartford is crawling up the cage beneath
He
him.
thinks that it won.
He does, and as he goes to lean over the cage, Hartford's head is right there, and holy shit, fan! Oh, sorry about that. He lands back first on the canvas, and Johnson is hurt.
Oh my gosh, yeah. That was
like
what, 15, 20 feet drop?
Yeah,
It's about 20 feet.
Yeah, it's about 20 feet from the top there, because it was the last square of the cage, fans, and it's I don't think I
he's
going to
be pretty anymore.
Oh yeah, Hartford's also in the ring. They're both on the ground. They're rolling around in pain.
And referee Skittles is looking at them both. They all have different vantage points here. Are they okay?
What's going to happen if these guys can't compete after this?
Yeah.
If they can't compete, then there will be a triple threat next week.
Oh, well, look at these guys.
With Fernando.
Yeah, and Fernando would definitely have the advantage there. And I'm trying to... Okay, Nicole is nodding her head that they are breathing. Okay, they are breathing at least. Yes. And referee Sampson says that Paul Johnson is starting to move as well as Hartford. Fans, this is crazy action here. All for being the number...
the first
number one, champion. The first champion here in the KWF. And they are slowly moving up to their feet, and Skittles is still checking on them, and they both nod that they are willing to compete.
And fans, these guys are just like buckets of sweat is falling off of them.
Blood.
Wow.
And I know that you can see this, but the canvas is covered in blood once again. I may look into seeing if there's one that I can bleach and wash and get the blood out. If anybody knows how to get blood out, I bet Bleedy the Clown does. How to get blood out of material. They are slowly getting back to their feet. Hartford is still pouring blood from his nose. And yes, Paul Johnson is bleeding from a gash above his eye. Oof. And it appears that his lip has been busted as well. There's definitely putting all forth into this match, fans. As Hartford bounces off the rope, there goes Paul with the back body, and Hartford lands on his feet with a spinning roundhouse kick, takes Paul upside the head and sends him down. Oh, what a move there! How do they have energy to do something like that?
I don't know.
I think it's all the adrenaline just running through their body right now.
Both men want to be the first champion.
It's got to be, and Hartford is on his knees. It did take something out of him to do that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And Paul is getting back up to his feet as well. And as Paul, as Hartford turns down the guy. I'm not sure how much more these guys have. I think still appear to be like totally spent. And Paul is grabbing Sergeant Hartford there and climbing up to the top turnbuckle.
What?
He's going to deliver his German soup. But Hartford counters there with a back elbow from each side, and Johnson is hitting on Johnson there. And I've never seen him do that. That was a smart move there. While you're up there, take advantage of it.
That was beautiful moonsault.
And they are, again, moving very slowly, fans. And we're going to stay here with the entirety of this action. Mr. Darling, have you ever seen anything like this before?
Seen a lot of cage matches, but never one with this much ferocity, and they just keep going and going like they're Energizer bunnies.
Mr. Alejandro, you can attest to this. Their tenacity level has got to be through the roof
They
here.
just won't quit. They just keep coming back and getting back up. And
they must be drinking a lot of KWF energy.
How much are you guys getting paid for that?
I think get paid for that one. I think he may have an underhanded scheme going on over there. Do you get paid per her announcement of the KWF energy drink?
No.
That sounds like a yes to me.
Yeah, Hartford
No.
getting up there now. Now it's his turn to get back up and trying to fight up, delivering some punches from the floor.
And there's a kick from Johnson that rolls.
A hard KWF energy kick to the face.
There he goes again.
Oh, but look, what Paul's
Paul
getting him
is
back up.
pulling Hartford up to his feet. And there goes Hartford. Oh, with a vicious European uppercut. I think it made his teeth clack together there.
Oh yeah.
I'm
He
not
could have
sure
lost a couple.
and he may have. And it does appear that he did lose something as his mouth is bleeding a bit more heavily now.
Oh man,
Sitting
the whole
back
bottom
fist
of
Hartford.
his
And Hartford is a crimson mask. It's all over his chest and body fans and all over the ring canvas. And that spinning back fist has opened up Paul's nose as well and opened up the slice over his eye. And he is now becoming a crimson mask. And this may have to get stopped with all the blood loss here because, we have to look out for our wrestlers, both, virus as well as health-wise here. And as Paul rushes in with a flurry of blows, back body drop by Hartford sends Johnson over into the canvas. And Hartford, knowing that the end has to be near, that he has to stop this before it gets stopped itself, begins climbing up the corner here. And he's climbing up the cage and is reaching about midway point, fans. He's about 15 feet up in the air. And here goes
Paul Johnson.
Hey, where did he get his energy from? And
I don't know, but he's got him up. I think he's going to go for that. Oh my gosh. I think he's going for that over-shoulder neck breaker.
But Hartford counters there. And there comes Paul, and he's climbing up right behind him. They're both at the top of the cage. Surely not. Oh, and there comes Hartford with the back elbow, but Johnson ducks underneath and delivers a vicious low blow shot right there to his nether regions once again. And his whole Hartford's hold on the cage is weakened there quite a bit. And Johnson grabs him in the belly to back, going for the German, not from this vantage point, not from this height, y'all. Surely he's not going to deliver a German suplex from up here. Oh,
and there they go. Hey, Hartford flip.
He
got him.
He did a DDT from all the way up there, 20 feet up.
Oh, and Paul's forehead is jammed into the canvas. Yeah, I would say it looks like an ostrich with the head in the
He
canvas.
has to be concussed.
Oh, he's got to be out cold. And is Hartford going for the cover, or is he? No, he's going.
He's crawling out
of the ring.
Yep.
He definitely can't walk out of the ring.
No, he's crawling. He's getting there.
He's holding his back, and you can tell he's not really limping with the crawl, but he's moving very slowly on that left leg as he reaches the door. And there's referee Skittles unlocking the door. Paul is still not moving in the center of the stand. He could be really, really hurt.
Man.
Hartford is crawling out of the ring, half of his body. Is Paul moving?
No.
I am getting an indication from Nicole here that his eyes are blinking at least. His body is.
Oh, that's something. At least that's something.
But he is blinking, and unfortunately for him, he has the vantage point from his position to watch as Sergeant Hartford crawls out of the cage
and become the first Discordia champion.
Yes, and the bell rings, and fans at home watching on YouTube Live, and the fans here have to be cheering.
Just think of next week, Fernando getting the title shot. What a match that'll be.
Exactly, and the fans here.
What's going to be left of Hartford after this battle?
There's no telling, and he's now sitting up against the ring apron, fans, and even though he is not everybody's favorite person, everybody is giving a standing ovation to Paul Johnson, who has managed to get up inside the cage here, and that's wonderful news for him that he is up and moving. And
for sure.
He deserves it. He gave it his all.
Yeah, Pretty Paul Johnson is a prick, but nobody deserves to be.
He could have been injured for the rest of his life. His career could have been over. And as you just said that about him, look what he fits right on Hartford, who is sitting outside the ring. This is.
And here comes the booze.
Yeah, that's Johnson for you. But fans, I'm going to have to step away from the table here and award Sergeant Hartford his championship belt. I'll let the two of you take it away, and just make sure that you say, thank you for joining Discordia whenever you get the indication.
Yeah, go for it, man. And we got here Jethro leaving the announce table. He's taking out this beautiful belt from under.
That belt is a beauty. I've never really seen a championship belt that looks that good.
Yeah. He's taking it over there to Hartford, who's just sitting there in shock of what he just went through, fans.
He has to be completely drained.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations. Fans, give it up for Sergeant Hartford, the first champion in the KW.
Yeah, thank you guys for joining us again here in Discordia as we go off the air with our new champion holding his belt up high.
Sergeant Hartford.